Tonight, a report on when the Moses Lake Ice Rink opens, and a man heads to jail for driving over tents at the Gorge Amphitheater. What's happening in sports, Bob?
Basin soccer and volleyball action, and plenty of it. Here's a quick glance at our Weather Center forecast.
Hello everyone, we've had a beautiful day once again, but we do have a chance of showers coming up and also a change in temperatures. I'll have all the details just ahead with your extended forecast.
I'm Amber Jenks, and we have all this and much more on iFIBER 1 News.
From the iFIBER 1 HD studio here in the heart of the Columbia Basin, this is iFIBER 1 News. Your #1 source for local news, sports headlines, and our very own Weather Center forecast covering the entire Columbia Basin. This is iFIBER 1 News, and it starts now.
New boating and public recreation facilities on Crescent Bar Island should be constructed in 2016. The Grant PUD Board of Commissioners voted unanimously to approve a $6.9 million contract with Medical Lake-based West Company to perform construction on the off-island components of the island's recreation area. The project includes building a boat launch, swim area, campgrounds, shelters, restrooms, a shower facility, 2 asphalt parking areas, trash receptacles, 1-mile trail, and an informational kiosk. The engineer's estimate for the project is about $9.74 million. According to PUD documents, West Company's bid was the lowest. The project received approval from the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, but it could be delayed by as much as a year due to concerns by the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission. The contract allows the company to start construction in 2016. People can help the victims of the Priest Rapids Dam explosion by making a donation to help cover expenses. Reporter Joe Utter has the details.
A support fund has been set up to allow people to help the 6 Grant PUD employees who were injured in an explosion at Priest Rapids Dam. The fund is established at Granco Credit Union in Ephrata and will be made available to the injured employees and their families for any remaining financial assistance beyond what the PUD is providing. Grant PUD is covering lodging, transportation, meals, along with other expenses for the victims' families. People wanting to make a contribution can send donations to Granco Credit Union at P.O. Box 127, Ephrata, Washington, 98823, or in person at the Ephrata branch located at 217 Alder Street Southwest. All donations need to be addressed to the Priest Rapids Family Fund. This is Joe Utter for iFIBER 1 News.
The Moses Lake Ice Skating Rink is set to reopen on November 6th. The Moses Lake Parks and Recreation Department announced the reopening date nearly a year after the city voted to close the ice rink and Larson Recreation Center. The closures were due to a budget deficit for 2015. The Larson Recreation Center building remains closed. The City Council approved charging people to use the ice rink in August. Daily costs to use the rink are $3 for adults, $2 for children ages 5 to 17, and seniors 65 and up, and free for 4 years and under. The fee for skate rentals remains at $5. The Grant PUD is spending $14.1 million to refurbish the spillway at Wanapum Dam. The utility awarded a contract to Deer Park-based Knight Construction and Supply to paint the dam's spillway gates and perform maintenance to the trunnions, which support the gate and hold it in place. The spillway gates are being repainted for the first time since they were installed in 1964. The trunnions are connected to the 50-foot by 70-foot gate and weigh a combined 400,000 pounds. They are able to withstand more than 7 million pounds of water pressure from the Columbia River when closed. The contract has a final completion date of October 31st, 2019. Now we take a look at people being sought by law enforcement.
This is Sheriff Tom Jones with the Grant County Sheriff's Office. Each of the people you see here have a warrant for their arrest. If you see any of these people, we ask you do not attempt to detain or apprehend them, but call us at 509-762-1160 or send us an email at crimetips@co.grant.wa.us. If the person is presenting a danger, call 911. With your help, we can bring these people to justice and make our community safer.
We'll be back right after this.
My name is Kat Sanderson, Managing Broker for Pillar Rock Realty Group. We love the Columbia Basin because it's our home, and we want to give back to our community by kicking off our Pay It Forward campaign. If you buy or list with us, we will donate 1% of our total proceeds to a local charity of your choice and in your name. Call us today at 754-4444 or visit pillarrockrealty.com because we are your local real estate experts.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Cristina Sanchez with your local weather segment brought to you by Barry Motors, one great place to buy and service a car. Within the past few days, we've had mild temperatures across the area above the average high temperatures for this time of year, but we'll have that change in temperatures as we get closer into the weekend, as we go into the weekend and begin the next work week, as we do have an approaching cold front by then, and also we'll have a chance of showers in the forecast. I will let you know more about that in just a bit. This morning, we did start off the day in the low 50s. The average low temperature for this time of year is in the upper 30s. Today's high temperature right around 70 degrees, and the average high is in the mid 60s. Record high temperature for this time of year was set back in 1961, and the record high was 78 degrees for us here in Ephrata. Now for you in Moses Lake, your low temperature this morning in the upper 30s, average low right around the mid 30s, and today's high temperature in the low 70s, and your average high temperature is in the mid 60s. Record high temperature for this time of year for you in Moses Lake was set back in 1961, and the record high was 77 degrees currently. And throughout the rest of the evening, we'll continue to drop temperatures. Right now, we have temperatures right around the low 70s. Winds blowing from the north-northeast around 5 miles an hour. And throughout the night, we'll continue to have mostly clear skies and abundant sunshine as we go into this Thursday and Friday afternoon. This is still thanks to a high pressure system that is taking control over the Pacific Northwest. As you see, clear skies throughout the night, plenty of sunshine for Thursday, Friday, and as we go into the weekend, we'll begin to see more cloud cover as there is an approaching cold front that will be just to the west of the Cascades for Saturday afternoon, moving east, and it'll bring that slight chance of showers coming up on Saturday night within our Columbia Basin. High temperatures for Thursday afternoon for Seattle right around the low 70s, mostly cloudy skies. Long Beach mid 70s, and in the Yakima 75 degrees. That's the high temperature for this Thursday afternoon. And for in the Northwest, plenty of sunshine for you with highs right around 70 degrees once again. Tri-Cities area, high temperatures right around the mid 70s. Let's take a quick closer view within our Columbia Basin. We do have high temperatures for Thursday, about 10 degrees above the normal high temperature for this time of year once again in the mid 70s. Now for Friday, Friday will be the warmest day of the week. Then we'll have those temperatures drop right around the upper 60s as we get closer into the weekend. For you in Quincy, your high temperature for Thursday right around the low 70s, mid 70s for you in Royal City. Moses Lake 74 degrees with plenty of sunshine for this Thursday and Friday afternoon. Once again, plenty of sunshine. But for Saturday night, we do have a slight chance of rain. Then Monday also, as that cold front approaches, we'll have that drop in temperature in the upper 60s with chance of rain.
Paying your Grant PUD bill with ePay is like getting free cuts in line. You pay when you want, how you want. Get free cuts in line with Grant PUD ePay. Visit grantpud.org.
Ah, dude, I'm just in the theater. It's totally cool.
Ah.
The new flamethrower cheeseburger now with a $5 lunch. I'm going flamethrower today.
Remember what happened last time?
I'm going flamethrower today.
Gary, do you remember what happened last time?
I'm going flamethrower today.
Remember what happened last time?
Comes with a Sunday now. I can handle it.
You know your body, Gary.
Go flamethrower. Now the DQ $5 lunch comes with the new jalapeno bacon flamethrower cheeseburger, plus fries, drink, and a sundae. This is fan food, not fast food.
The Chiefs and Grizzlies went at it in Big 9 volleyball action in Moses Lake last night, and it was the home team coming up big. The contest got off to a late start as Sunnyside was a bit tardy arriving. But it didn't seem to have much of an impact in the first set as the teams kept it close, exchanging points throughout. The Chiefs jumped up top 3-0. The Grizzlies answered back to tie it 3-all. Moses Lake and Sunnyside battled to a 12-10 score, with the Chiefs holding the slight edge at the midway point. Moses Lake pushed the score to 16-11 on the strength of 4 Greta Hammer kills. Sunnyside responded with a mini run to close the gap to 17-14 Chiefs. Moses Lake then reeled off a 6-1 run of its own to put pressure on, 23-15. This hammer kill made it 24-15 Chiefs. Cora Brunillo served up the winning point, and Moses Lake took a 1-0 lead. The Grizzlies got a bit closer in set 2, but dropped the game 25-18. Moses Lake put a stamp on the win with a 25-14 third set. Hammer led the Chiefs' attack with 11 kills and 3 aces. Natalie Thompson had 20 kills, 4 aces, and 25 digs, and Quincy knocked off Grandview in 5 sets. Quincy took the first set 25-14, then Grandview struck back in the second set 25-23. The Jacks took the third set 25-22, and the back-and-forth fourth set went to the Greyhounds 27-25. It all came down to the fifth and deciding set, and the Jacks pulled out the victory 15-7. Alex Bassett had 14 kills, and Caitlin Ramsey added 29 digs for Quincy. Sam Klein had 7 kills, 27 assists, 12 digs for the Jacks. The win moves Quincy to 3-2 in the conference standings, setting up a big match this Thursday at East Valley. Ephrata got 2 first-half goals from Jordan Albertson and McCall Deshane, and the Tigers rolled past Quincy 12-0 on the pitch. Murray impressed with her scores, both coming from distance on a free kick and a drop shot off a throw-in. It was the 3rd win in a row for Ephrata and moves the team to 4-2 in CWAC conference play. The Tigers hit the road to Grandview Thursday to match up with the Greyhounds, who are coming off a 1-0 loss to Othello. Moses Lake got past Sunnyside 2-1 on the road last night. The low-scoring Big 9 match saw all 3 goals come in the first half of play. The Chiefs struck first on a goal by Crystal Harvey 16 minutes into the fuss. Alan Batista leveled the match 1-1 at the 21st minute. Mariah Byington broke the tie off a penalty kick at the 34-minute mark, and Moses Lake held on for the win. The Grizzlies' Morgan Doom recorded 10 saves. Aaron Manley had 8 for the Chiefs. Kind of Benton gave Warden all it could handle, but it was the Cougars escaping with a 4-3 win in 2B Central Washington soccer action. The Cougars were led by Jennifer Mendoza, who scored twice, including the game winner in the 69th minute on a header off a cross from Brenna Whitney. Whitney recorded the other 2 goals for Warden on assists from Mendoza, and the Cougars improved to 10-2-1 on the season. We'll be sure and tune in to Channel 1 tonight for our live coverage of Big Bend Volleyball as the Lady Vikings match up with Walla Walla at 6. We'll be back after this commercial break.
You don't have to drive to Seattle for exceptional cancer care. Confluence Health's cancer program delivers world-class care close to home. We have a highly experienced oncology team in a state-of-the-art facility, and we're a member of the Seattle Cancer Care Alliance, which gives our patients access to world-renowned therapies developed at Fred Hutchinson, the University of Washington Medicine, and Seattle Children's. Together with the SCCA, we're delivering world-class cancer care close to home.
The Dodge brothers' competitive spirit and engineering prowess started long before they built their first car, and will continue long after their latest, the most technologically advanced vehicle in its class.
Our Our spotlight story tonight is about students at a Big Bend Community College welding class who are working on a unique project to help the Grant County Sheriff's Office. Reporter Jeff Chu has the story.
Students in Sean McDaniel's Big Bend Community College welding class have been shaping a project that is a little outside the scope of their normal classwork. The students, who are members of the American Welding Society chapter at the college, are building a battering ram for the Grant County Sheriff's Office. It will be mounted on the sheriff's armored tactical vehicle. McDaniel was approached by the sheriff's office for the project.
They had a project for my student American Welding Society Club, and that was they had their tactical vehicle and they are looking for a battering ram essentially to be put on it so they can run it through doorways and get to people if there's barricaded shooters or hostage type situations. A flat plate?
Yeah.
Okay. And you've got to do 1 inch? Yep. No, you're doing 1 inch. You're going to have to do it thinner, otherwise it's going to take forever.
McDaniel said his students have made great progress on the project with all the pieces coming together.
We've made some progress on prototyping and manufacturing the first few parts.
The battering ram will soon be installed on the tactical vehicle. As the project nears completion, the students are looking forward to the day when the Sheriff's Office's tactical team tests their project out. Cody Sumner, chairman of the Welding Association Club at the college, said he was looking forward to seeing the battering ram work.
I think it's pretty cool. It's kind of neat to work on something other than just classwork. You can actually see goes out and is useful, and people in the community are actually using it and benefit from it. Yeah, so far it sounds like we'll probably be able to get a chance to watch them demonstrate and kind of put it to use for the first time before they have to use it in the field.
Sandra Jimerson, Welding Club historian, was part of the team project's production line.
Yeah, I definitely thought that it was pretty cool, you know, definitely like out of the norm. So it was definitely a pretty fun project to work on.
Taylor Dellis, a Welding Club member, cut out some of the battering ram's pieces. He was enthusiastic about the special project.
I think it's awesome. I mean, I'm certainly not going to say no. It's not every day you get to build a battering ram.
On the front, there'll be
I'm Jeff Chu for iFIBER 1 News.
We'll be right back after this.
Quincy Foods, LLC, a subsidiary of Norpac Foods, is seeking motivated individuals to fill the positions of general laborer for their corn harvest season. They have full-time seasonal openings, must be 18 years old and older, willing to work swing shift. Great people to work for in a challenging food processing environment. Apply at 222 Columbia Way in Quincy between 8 and 5 p.m. Monday through Friday, or online through WorkSource. Quincy Foods is an equal opportunity employer.
Well, one thing I knew from being a patient myself was that a dental office is a scary place to come to. And so we wanted everything possible to make sure that our office is a comfortable place for our patients to visit. The patients that I have, my clients, have made me a part of this community, and we want to give back in every way possible.
Welcome back. A man is serving 45 days in jail after stealing more than 600 feet of copper wire from a farmer's irrigation line. Christopher Sasser, a 35-year-old Quincy resident, pleaded guilty in Grant County Superior Court to theft. Grant County Superior Court Judge John Nodell followed the attorney's recommendation and sentenced Sasser to 45 days in jail. Sasser snuck onto a farmer's land and rode N.5 Northwest in October 2013. He stole about half of a 1,200 feet of wire used into the irrigation system. The victim estimated it would cost $15,000 to fix the damage to the irrigation system. A man is serving 9 months in jail after injuring 4 people when he drove through the Gorge Amphitheater campground. Tanner Drayton Williams, a 19-year-old California resident, pleaded guilty in Grant County Superior Court to vehicular assault and 3 counts of reckless endangerment. Grant County Superior Court Judge John Odell followed the recommendation from the deputy prosecutor and sentenced Drayton Williams to about 9 months in jail. Drayton Williams took ecstasy and mushrooms while at the 2015 Sasquatch Music Festival. A witness told police Drayton Williams was having a bad trip when he took his friend's 2015 Volkswagen and injured 4 people while driving over 5 tenths. Drayton Williams told police he used drugs and wasn't in condition to drive. A Moses Lake man was injured in a collision on State Route 240 in Richland. Ricardo Hernandez, a 19-year-old man, was driving a 2009 Chrysler Town and Country minivan east on SR 240 on Monday afternoon when he reportedly slowed down for traffic. He was rear-ended by a 2008 Hyundai Sonata. According to Washington State Patrol, Hernandez was injured and taken to Catholic Medical Center in Richland. The driver of the Hyundai, 20-year-old Kennewick resident Courtney Stone, and her 2 passengers were not hurt. The State Patrol issued Stone a ticket for following Hernandez's vehicle too closely. In Northwest news, starting next year, the flag honoring prisoners of war will fly over all government buildings in Oregon. But one school district is not waiting for the law to take effect. The Medford School District raised its first POW-MIA flag Tuesday outside of Central Medford High School. The flag will eventually fly all over 19 of its schools. According to a federal law, the POW-MIA flag is to be displayed on several holidays, including Memorial Day and Veterans Day. In late May, Oregon's governor took it one step forward and signed a law requiring all government buildings to fly the flag every day of the year. Oregon's law goes into effect the 1st of next year. They're twin brothers, but not yet together. It's a rare case of a delayed delivery for a Seattle area mother. In this instance, something even more unusual. Como's Molly Shen has a story.
This is baby Link, born at just 1 pound 2 ounces, 23 weeks into his mother's pregnancy and on the cusp of viability. The tiny baby is an identical twin, and doctors originally expected to have both newborns here in the NICU at Evergreen Medical Center. But instead,
it's very surreal, and to be postpartum and antepartum.
Brother Logan is still in their mother's womb.
Logan's good, so he's growing a lot, and he's just kicking. He's got fluid. He can move around. He was stuck before, so.
No contractions?
No contractions, yeah.
This is one little baby, the baby's belly.
Dr. Martin Walker delivered Link, but first he fixed a complication called twin-twin transfusion syndrome. The babies shared a single placenta.
So you have a situation where one baby becomes anemic and weak from blood loss, and the other baby becomes overstuffed with blood, bloated, and goes into heart failure.
Dr. Walker was able to perform surgery in utero, separating the baby's blood vessels. It wound up saving their lives twice. First, it solved the blood flow problem. And then, when Holly went into early labor a week later, the separation of the babies meant Link could be born and Logan could stay in.
So far, so good. She remains pregnant just about a week and a half since that procedure. And it's a real big week and a half for that baby that's in there. During that time, the baby's grown, has looked healthy.
Link is so fragile, his parents can't hold him. But they can be with him, celebrating his September birth while waiting for what they hope will be his twin brother's January birthday. Molly Shen, Como News.
That's going to do it for us here at iFIBER 1 News. We want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Our spotlight story tonight is about students at a Big Bend Community College welding class who are working on a unique project to help the Grant County Sheriff's Office. Reporter Jeff Chu has the story.
Students in John McDaniel's Big Bend Community College welding class have been shaping a project that is a little outside the scope of their normal classwork. The students, who are members of the American Welding Society chapter at the college, are building a battering ram for the Grant County Sheriff's Office. It will be mounted on the sheriff's armored tactical vehicle. McDaniel was approached by the sheriff's office for the project.
They had a project for my student American Welding Society Club, and that was they had their tactical vehicle and they are looking for a battering ram essentially to be put on it so they can run it through doorways and get to people if there's barricaded shooters or hostage type situations. A flat plate?
Yeah.
Okay. And you've got to do 1 inch?
Yep.
No, you're doing 1 inch. You're going to have to do it thinner, otherwise it's going to take forever.
McDaniel said his students have made great progress on the project with all the pieces coming together.
We've made some progress on prototyping and manufacturing the first few parts.
The battering ram will soon be installed on the tactical vehicle. As the project nears completion, the students are looking forward to the day when the Sheriff's Office's tactical team tests their project out. Cody Sumner, chairman of the Welding Association Club at the college, said he was looking forward to seeing the battering ram work.
I think it's pretty cool. It's kind of neat to work on something other than just classwork. You can actually see goes out and is useful, and people in the community are actually using it and benefiting from it. Yeah, so far it sounds like we'll probably be able to get a chance to watch them demonstrate and kind of put it to use for the first time before they have to use it in the field.
Sandra Jimerson, Welding Club historian, was part of the team project's production line.
Yeah, I definitely thought that it was pretty cool, you know, definitely like out of the norm. So it was definitely a pretty fun project to work on.
Taylor Dellis, a Welding Club member, cut out some of the battering ram's pieces. He was enthusiastic about the special project.
I think it's awesome. I mean, I'm certainly not going to say no. It's not every day you get to build a battering ram.
On the front, there'll be
I'm Jeff Chu for iFIBER 1 News.
We'll be right back after this.